A familiar scene in Montreal. Welcome back to the GM mode. We're in the Stanley Cup Final. For the third straight season, we have made the Stanley Cup Final all on Superstar difficulty. So just got to get that out of the way before anybody asks any questions. You can certainly question me, but we have done it 3 years in a row on the highest difficulty. Each year I even try to make the sliders more difficult for me as a human player, and we still managed to get here. We did have to work and grind our way here. I thought that series against Columbus was something else, something to behold between the Canadiens and the Blue Jackets, but now we've got a new opponent to deal with, the St. Louis Blues. The Blues look like this. They have Dmitry Yaskin, Joe Pavelski, so somehow Pavelski ended up in St. Louis. This is a crazy center core. Actually, this is a really crazy forward group. I'm a little bit terrified, to be honest. Now that I look at this, this is probably the most stacked team I've seen on paper anyway in this entire GM mode to this point before a playoff series. I've never seen anything like this. I don't even know if they have any injuries. They may have a clean bill of health. I'm even more terrified if they don't have a clean bill of health at the forward position. Because look at this, 85, 86, 88. So yes, there's nothing that blows you away. There's not like a Sidney Crosby 90-something overall player in the top six, but they got a very formidable group of forwards here, including Vlad Tarasenko as the 88 sniper. Schwartz, Berglund, Ty Ratty, that could be most teams' first line. That is St. Louis's second line here. Then Patrick Sharp, Backus, Steen. The fall-off is extremely minimal on that third line. I mean, the same thing applies to the third line. That could be most teams' second line. This is a luxury the St. Louis Blues have. That fourth line is unreal. Perron, McRae, and Lesio. It does fall off a little bit at the center position. 84 on the third line center, down to an 81 on the fourth line center in McRae. There could be an injury there, but who knows? We'll take a look at that. I'm going to guess, before I flip over, I'm going to guess that the D-core is the weakness. And am I right? I am so not right. I'm so wrong. I wanted to say David. Jay Bouwmeester, 86 overall. Paired with Alex Pietrangelo, probably the most studly, based on overall rating anyway, probably the most studly defenseman in the game. Right up there is one of the most. Kevin Shattenkirk and Alexei Laxo. We were familiar with Laxo. I know who he is from the Calgary Flames GM series that I did on the channel. He was a big part of our D-core in that one. Roman Polak and Yanni Hakanpää on the third D pair, so the fall-off is more significant on the defensive side of the puck for the St. Louis Blues, specifically with that third pair, but I would assume probably not going to see a ton of ice time. Power play, just a snapshot. I mean, this is going to be a very lethal team to have to put up with in this series. I think the Blues, I'm going to make the prediction, I think they end the shot at the three-peat. I really do. Penalty kill for the St. Louis Blues right here. There it is, if you want to pause and observe the penalty kill. And the goaltenders, Yaroslav Halak, Jordan Binnington that's right. So Binnington, the Blues were, I think, the best team in the West. We won the President's Trophy, so let's get that out of the way. We won the President's Trophy, but the Blues, I think, were the best team in the West for the regular season. So you may have truly the two best teams in the NHL facing off here. We'll take a look at the standings from the regular season just to confirm that. But Halak goes in the net. And the story is, Binnington was on this on this world-beating Blues team in the regular season up until I think it was in January of the regular season simulation, and he was traded to the Florida Panthers, who are one of the worst teams in the East in the regular season simulation. So he got traded from a high point to an extreme low point, going from the Blues to the Panthers. That's where Jordan Binnington is now. Halak is no doubt in my mind the starting goaltender. I don't know how old he is, but we'll see that in a second. The Blues, leading point getters in the playoffs. They've played 16 games. Ty Ratty, the second line sniper. I know he's not on the first line. I think he plays second line right wing. Vlad Tarasenko is first line right wing for the Blues. I mean, Ratty could be most teams' first line right wing anyway. And with the 17 points and 10 goals in 16 games, he's making a case to be the first line center for these Blues. Pavelski, 14 points in 16. Tarasenko also has 10 goals in the playoffs with 14 points. This team's going to be hard to shut down. I'm just going to scroll through, and if you want to pause on any particular player name, as you can see with Pietrangelo, the overall rating is up there underneath the name of the player. So if you want to know what overall rating each player is as it corresponds here as we go through the stats, you can certainly do that. We also saw the overall rating for each player in the view lines screen, but we don't know the age of some of these players, and the particular ones that interest me is Joe Pavelski. Pavelski is now 36. He's on the brink of retirement, and his contract is expiring. So he very well may retire after this season concludes with the Blues. Now, I don't know how Pavelski ended up in St. Louis. That much I am very curious about, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to go scroll through the transactions that have happened in the past season in the GM mode, so I don't know how Pavelski ended up here, but this is a potential last shot at the cup for Joe Pavelski. 1 year left on Tarasenko's deal. Berglund is 32. Shattenkirk is 32 as well. Pietrangelo, 31. So a little bit of a Jay Bouwmeester is 37 now with 1 year left on the deal. Definitely gonna have to contemplate retirement by the time the season's over. Wait, what was the fall off? His potential's still decent. It's a 3.5 White Star potential for Jay Bouwmeester. So who knows what happens after this season concludes, but this is definitely a veteran group here of players that are on the other side, almost on the other side of 30 for some of these guys. And well, if you're Patrick Sharp, you're almost 40 years old in the GM mode and you're still playing? That is almost unheard of. Sharp with 2 years left on that deal. He may not even retire by the time the season's over. I'm going to have to go sign Patrick Sharp. Well, I can't sign him. He's not in a UFA. I'm going to have to trade for Patrick Sharp by the time the season's over. He is still getting it done at 39 years of age in the GM mode. Guys just usually retire by the time they hit 36, 37 in this game. So there's a lot of older veteran experience was the point I was trying to get across with this Blues team. That would certainly be the case. I mean, look at this core. I mean, 37 years old. Backus. Steen is 37 as well. I remember Alex Steen in the real world when he was with the Blues. Perron is now 32. Polak is 35. Chris Russell's 34. This is a really experienced group, and Halak is in the goal crease. So what's he done? He had, oh my God, we've seen it before though, as we've gone into the Stanley Cup final. Goaltenders that are hot and playing like this. Yaroslav Halak at 36 years of age, he's still putting up great numbers in the playoffs. Sub 2 GAA, almost a 90, not far off from a 94 save percentage. How many shots has he faced? 461 shots faced. In, what did he play? All 16? He's played all 16 games for the Blues. They need to get 16 wins, and they are 4 away from those 16 in taking the Stanley Cup home with them. We got one more thing to look at. This team standings, because I wanted to confirm it was not St. Louis that was the best team in the West. It was Nashville, and they did, in fact, make the playoffs. Remember that Columbus had a shared arena in the Eastern Conference Final with the Nashville Predators, so I don't know how the logistics of that would work out when both teams make the playoffs, especially one team being an Eastern Conference team, the other team being a Western Conference team. That's a bit weird. Anyway, St. Louis finished 3 points behind Nashville. They were the second best team in the West, but they were up there. At one point, they were the best team in the West, and they traded Jordan Binnington away to the Florida Panthers, who finished all the way down here somewhere. I think they finished last. No, they did not. They finished 26th. Last thing to get out of the way, we are dealing with injuries. Timo Pulkkinen will be returning soon. Victor Hedman, due to return, still out with a broken leg, due to return on June 13th. I don't know what date it is in the game world, but with Timo Pulkkinen predicted to return around June 4th, that means we're very close to June 4th. It's a playable injury for Pulkkinen, so we're probably around June 1st. I was just I could just see the date in the main menu screen here in the GM mode, and so I didn't pay attention to that. But St. Louis, Laxo is the only injury, and he's going to be playing through whatever kind of rib injury that he's going through. It actually says that he's playing through a playable injury, and he will be 100% healthy, essentially, on May 26th. So I don't think we're going to be seeing Hedman for the Stanley Cup final, unfortunately. And there you go. It's May 24th. We're not going to see Victor Hedman. I mean, the series is going to be over. Maybe Hedman for a Game 7. Maybe. We love to party at the Stanley Cup Final in Montreal. Back to do it again, looking for the three-peat as the President's Trophy winners for the first time ever in the GM mode. I have never claimed a President's Trophy. I can't even say president today. I've never claimed one in the GM mode until now. This regular season sim was very kind to us, but it was also kind to a stacked St. Louis Blues team. We looked at them in the intro to the game, and I just missed Matt Duchene with a long stretch pass. It will not become an icing. It's been a week for me since I did the last gameplay, so I have a slight bit of rust to shake off, which is not a good thing when you're going in to face this Blues team. My God, what a friendly bounce. The friendliest of all bounces. Pacioretty, he's in, he scores! The opening salvo goes to the Montreal Canadiens on the first shot on net of the game. It's number 11 for number 67. Forehand to backhand, he was shoved into the crossbar by Bouwmeester from behind. The Canadiens take the early lead in the Stanley Cup Final. Not a good sign. It was a friendly bounce, first of all, that led to that. Huge. It was a weird play. I don't even really recall what happened because everything happened so quickly that I can't even tell you exactly what led to that play. Stromwall punched Deke to the inside, but we couldn't hold on to it. That was a really poorly done Deke. Berglund sends it back in behind Carey Price. Someone's got to cover the net front, so I have chosen to do so with Brian Dumoulin here. Got to give full respect to these forwards, but don't give too much respect. Save from Price. Rebound opportunity was thwarted. Price with the shoulder getting to that one from Ty Ratty, the second line center, or second line right wing, rather, of the St. Louis Blues. We're going wide with it. Stromwall buying time for his teammates. It's up top to Victor Tamerna. Henrik Tamerna, not Victor. Want to say Victor for some reason. And we have no Victor Hedman. That's the Victor that I should bring up. That's so funny that I actually ended up transitioning right into Victor Hedman. We don't have Victor Hedman for this series. He is probably not returning for the playoffs, I would imagine. Dump in scenario. We got to tag up because we were in a little early on that for a potential offside had we touched it. So just the one shot for the Canadiens, but it's the one shot that matters the most right now, as it has given the Habs the lead on home ice in Game 1 of the Cup Final. Eller, one move around. Pivots with the hips. Cuts back toward the boards. Far side. One-timer for Kamayev. He gets the shot through. I don't know if that reached the goaltender, but it definitely wasn't blocked down by... I don't know if it was blocked down by the defense or if it was blocked down by the goaltender. I'm off my game early on, commentary-wise. Jaskin throws one on. Testing Price. Tarasenko pinned to the boards. The challenge is on from the St. Louis Blues. That one was definitely knocked down. Never reached Carey Price. In to defend is Subban, helped out by his D partner, Damon Severson, trying to race to this one first. This is a very fast Blues team. It's not a surprise that they have reached here in the Stanley Cup Final. That was an unnecessary deke coming out of the zone by PK Subban, so another opportunity to dump it in. So I'm seeing this already. From a team that's this good on overall rating, they have got pace. Blues are playing very quick. It's hard to defend them. Tarasenko not so difficult to defend with Jens Weston there. That was well played off the rush. So a little slow with Duchene. We'll play it wide with Pacioretty. Drop pass finds Weston. Cross rink. Duchene. Wow, that was an unbelievable save if that was indeed the case from Jaro Halak. Perfect one-timer right in the wheelhouse. Did he drop to one knee? I wasn't paying attention to the exact way he took the one-timer. I was more focused on whether it got on net or not. We'll take the icing. Please give me a replay of that save. I'm going to give the game a chance to show us a replay here. I think that's what we're going to get. Matt Duchene. No, he didn't drop to one knee. It was a save indeed. Off the head. Well, there you go. A prime opportunity to extend the lead on that one. I know Halak gave up the goal on what was effectively, I guess, a breakaway. Partial breakaway. But he was on time for that save on Matt Duchene on the one-timer. He's going to need to make every save he can, give his team a big lift going against the NHL's... Oh, we were looking for the back door on Stromwall there. Going against the NHL's premier team in the league right now, looking to capture their third consecutive Cup victory. A three-peat would be insane. I never imagined jumping into these games when we started the GM mode that a three-peat would even be possible. I was just hoping to win one cup. I've lost count of how many cups we've won. I believe this would be number 5 on the GM mode if we capture victory here. I believe this would be the 5th Stanley Cup of the GM mode. We've run into a variety of teams. We got a new face in the cup final as well here. I would love to see a cup final rematch. It was Nashville just a season ago. Something's going on with the left thumbstick on this controller. It feels weird. More on that in the future. I'm not worried about that right now, but it was Nashville just a season ago. Nice handles by Kohlberg, but that's why you don't have a fourth line out there dangling. Leads to a turnover. He had the windmill looked good initially off the stick blade, out to center ice. Hjalmarsson, what a perfect pass on the tape. The saucer, that's a penalty shot. Absolutely, I hate it because now we're going to get the weird funky camera angle. But I like the challenge. I've said this before. I love the challenge of the funky camera angle. It adds pressure to the penalty shot. And I have a poor record in the penalty shot. I'm going to try a little something here. I'm going to give you I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what I got in my mind, but it's just very basic. Skate in. There it is, forehand, backhand, and we score a penalty shot goal in the Stanley Cup Final. That was pretty smooth. That was a slick move. Forehand to backhand. Simon Hjalmarsson gets it done. Should have just given him the breakaway and not taken the penalty. He had all the time in the world that he wanted on that penalty shot. That's the downside of the penalty shot. Okay, bad turnover. I was thinking for a second that Tarasenko was going to make us pay for that turnover. We are making way too many turnovers trying to throw the puck out of the D zone. Saucer pass again, behind the D. Nice try by Marchand. Might want to tighten up a little bit your gaps if you're St. Louis. That's the second time in a row that we have hit a long saucer pass and put it right behind their defense. Yaskin is forced to dump it in here. Pacioretty, he didn't know where the puck was. He knew where Pietrangelo was. That was a good play. Poke free off of Laxo. This is Pacioretty. In to get it is Ming. He can send that puck back down low. Keep working and grinding the cycle behind the net. Put pressure on. Turnover could be created. We can maintain this. Love the way the forecheck looks right now. We're definitely giving the Blues a lot of trouble in this game. That's a goal from McRae, but it's interference. It's a power play coming up to the Canadiens. Nothing can go right for St. Louis in this first period of play. I'm having an enjoyable time playing the game right now. I want to see a second replay angle of what Lesio did because I didn't think he did too much that was egregious. The game, however, has thought that the Canadiens deserve a power play. Someone in charge of this game on the official side has money on the Canadiens to win their third straight Stanley Cup. One of the referees does. Halak played to the board. That's actually out to center. Really nicely done by the goaltender. Sharp dumps it in. The 39-year-old Patrick Sharp. Rink wide for Kamayev. It's a little behind it, but that's fine. I'm going to play this to the boards. Very soft off the boards. Nice little indirect. It goes to Stromwall. And they still can't clear. Pietrangelo under duress. Stromwall plays it along the boards. I thought I would have someone there. We can't keep it in. Eller has to give chase here. Less than 60 now on the power play. Man advantage that has done literally nothing so far. Eller drives into one. Blocker saved by Halak. Good one-time option opened up there for me. Patience on the zone entry. Wait for your teammates to get involved in the play, then send it over for a one-timer. It was just a question of who would be taking it. And see, he could skate full speed into the one-timer as well. I don't know how you see that through the traffic. The key is that you don't see it through the traffic. You just drop down in the butterfly and hope the puck hits you. Right now, Halak needs every puck to hit him because he has given up 2 goals in the game. And oddly enough, neither goal is really so much his fault. It's his teammates' fault. Matthew Shane, what a move. Drop back toward the blue line. This power play has really been sloppy to get established. It's a good thing that we have a breakaway goal and a penalty shot goal. And like I said, the first goal was kind of a weird one, basically a partial breakaway if you want to look at it that way. But basically, we've scored 2 goals one-on-one with Yaroslav Halak for this game. I'm pulling off the windmill deeks tonight, so you better watch out if you're St. Louis. See, this is the thing with the umbrella, is no one really is moving it at all where I want them to move. Up to Tamernis, okay. See, we got to sort this out and figure out who's doing what. Across rink, but LeBlanc wasn't paying attention. Looking too much for that one-timer. I know I cherry-picked for that one-timer. We didn't get it. My teammate's not helping me out on the power play. It's okay. I'll change the strategy if we need to. Right now, there's no pressure on me. We're knocking pucks down at center ice. We're doing whatever the hell Matt Duchene's doing there on the boards. I tried to cross up the AI with a bit of a move. What a hip check, the most beautiful I've ever seen. Tarasenko out of the corner. He's chased out, flushed at the point, shot from the blue line, handled well by Price. Don't want to give Price too much action to deal with. There's the goal. It cuts it to 2-1. Blues needed that one. They get through the penalty kill without too much struggle. They go down the other way. They're staying with the game right now. They're just staying with it. You can be down with a sluggish start to the game, and a goal at the end of the period can really change all for one team. It just takes that one goal. You're down 2-0. You feel like your back's against the wall. First game of the series, not the start you wanted, but you come through with a big one at the end of the first period of play. Cut it 2-1. Just takes loads off of your shoulders if you're St. Louis. Not a goal that Price needed to give up, and again, not the fault of necessarily Carey Price. This is the problem with the Blues. They have too many old guys out here, too many old legs out here. They're getting outskated. I noted that they had a fast start. The Blues were playing with tempo to start this game. They're making too many mistakes. They go offside here. And they're making a lot of mistakes. They're pretty slow. We're getting the puck in behind their D pretty effortlessly. It's something that I'm going to go to school on in this game and see if the AI makes an adjustment. They do need to tighten up the neutral zone. That would be the one suggestion I would make. I would change the way you play the neutral zone. I'd start trapping, shut down specifically the middle of the neutral zone, and don't give too much of a gap as well to our team. I'm not here to help the AI out anyway to begin with. I don't want to help the AI out. I'm enjoying the fact that we are controlling this game so far. Price having a tough time with that one. That's blocked off the chance from Ratty. Really getting bothered in our own zone. We miss a pass, a rare miss on a breakout pass. Pollock will get the touch for icing. 47.4 to go in period one. This was a hit Dumoulin had on Jaden Schwartz. Reckless abandon all over the ice by the Canadiens defenseman. We've been 6 of 10 on the faceoff. We're taking number 11. It is one back to Lack. So shot fended off by Price. So Carey Price has been busy seeing a lot of action in that blue paint tonight in this first period of play. Halak, not so much, but the quality of opportunity that we've had on Halak has been the more important part. That'll be the end of the first period of play. Unless we can get one with Duchene here, it goes low to high, but that is it. The horn has sounded. Wanted to make something happen at the end of the period. That was a good, decent little first period for us. I mean, a lot that could certainly be tightened up in the defensive zone from what I'm seeing. I'm going to actually go ahead and make this change. I'm going to go to contain puck defensive strategy. A couple of big saves from Halak. The penalty shot goal, though, by Jalmerson. That extended the lead to 2-0. And I thought we were going to get a replay of a Blues goal, but never mind. Blues outshot us 13-6. I can't believe that we didn't get the replay of the Blues goal. That was probably the most important goal of the whole period, is the one that St. Louis scored at the tail end of the first, because it made it a 2-1 game, crucially entering the second period of play. The score going into the intermission matters more than one might think. And it's the first intermission. Who cares if you're down 2-0? There's a whole 40 minutes of hockey left. The key is that you get that mood booster, you get that lift going into the intermission, and who knows how the rest of the game plays out. Now you have a chance to go rest in the dressing room, regroup, but instead of trailing 2-0, you're trailing 2-1, and that score really does matter. We're having a tough time now getting anything. We've had the whole game so far, we've had a tough time getting anything established in the attacking zone, and we're letting St. Louis put way too many pucks on net. So I made that change. We're contained puck defensive pressure as we entered this period. They have 15 shots, already up to 15 shots on goal. They entered the period, I believe it was with 13, so they have 2 already before we barely played any time in the second period of play. We just are not making breakout passes. Feels kind of lucky to be up 2-0 or 2-1. We're not up 2-0 anymore. It feels lucky to be up 2-1 in this game right now, in all honesty. Big block out of play off of Stromwall. He fronted that puck. I mean, it's the Cup final. You better be fronting the puck in the Stanley Cup final. So has my coffee cooled off enough? It certainly has. Coffee has cooled off enough. And hopefully I can get a bit of a lift from the wake-up juice. Big save and a rebound. Carey Price, alert and on time for this cup final. Murphy, I'm just going to send it toward the net. Of course it's going to get blocked. We just got to send it down low. Really offside? We really played that behind the blue line. That's pretty aggravating. And the puck is again down here in the Canadian zone. Saucer to Hjalmarsson. Look again behind the D. Hjalmarsson will get another breakaway. He was, I don't even know if he got a shot on. Hakanpää with a good back check. There's no reason in the world that Hjalmarsson shouldn't at least get a quality chance on the net from that. How did the puck get flown down here like that? Saucer up to Pietrangelo, not behind Pietrangelo. Steen on the rebound. Price holds it there. Way too many opportunities. I'm not willing to drop the gloves. I'm not trailing in the game. I don't know what the defensive change needs to be. This is horrible. So many pucks on net already from St. Louis. This is what happens, I guess, when you play a team that's made up of a bulk of their roster is like mid-80s. This roster is unreal for St. Louis. We looked at them in the team previews before the episode, at the very beginning of the episode, before we got into gameplay. And I've never seen a roster built like this St. Louis team. They should be a cup winner. And they might be the cup winner. We don't know. We're playing game 1 right here out of a potential 7. Would love to see it go 7. It would make it really intense and really exciting. That's a penalty on Subban, and not a smart one either. Probably a bit of frustration. Looked like he was going to be beaten to the puck first. You're trying, the key is you try to time the hit right when the player's going to play the puck, and I didn't time it at all. I just play the way I want to. I just play however I want to. This is like street rules. We're playing hockey with street rules. I tried to block it, and Yaskin gets the goal on the power play. Tie game. Well, so much for that hot start, huh? Dmitry Yaskin has rifled one into the back of the net. They had the perfect setup. That looked like a set play off the face-off for the AI, didn't it? That was really nicely done. I tried to get in the lane with Sukai Ming. I was just a little late to the party. That's the issue. That's a big part about losing face-offs, especially on the power play. You're down a man to begin with. You're taking the D-zone face-off to begin the power play, first play of it, and they get it on net. It's right into the back of the twine. I got to figure out what we need to do defensively to contain St. Louis, because that's been what I'm seeing right now is the biggest issue that we have. And we also have a tough time with breaking the puck out. It doesn't help when the puck bounces 20, 30 feet in the air. Kohlberg again receives a saucer pass. One nice move around the defender. We're going to stop around Pietrangelo. He defended really well. Send it down low. We don't have a play here. Monahan now for Holland. He punches it. Monahan, nice exchange. Trying to get the puck down low. We want to go down low. Oh, Monahan was bowled over right as he was trying to make the pass attempt. Dumoulin, we got to defend. Defend the middle. Nope, you're not. Oh, my God. Ty Ratty with a chance on net. I tried to defend that as best as I could. Duchesne leaves it for Dumoulin. On a change, Marchand. I hate when the AI make these stupid line changes that don't make any damn sense when I'm trying to break the puck out. I guess whenever a teammate is near the bench like that on a shift, that was a close chance. That was a really good save by Price. When they're near the bench like that at the end of a shift, I got to just assume that they're going to go off on a change and don't make the pass. They just need to present themselves to me if they want to receive the pass. I didn't mean to press that button there. And now Pacioretty has turned it over. It is just all Blues right now. Fumbled puck at the blue line. Poke checked away from Hakanpää by Pacioretty. Pacioretty frustrated because he felt that Hakanpää interfered with him. Poke check back toward the empty net. It is not going to go. Pacioretty almost found a way to score a goal. He plays on like a 4 million IQ. He's playing 4D chess on the ice. Take the penalty, get the opposing goaltender out of the net, and then poke check it back into the empty net. Easiest goal you will score in your life. I had to put the coffee down super fast. This is not good. We lose the face-off again, but we did get possession there temporarily. Okay, LeBlanc, and just bank it. Yep, perfect play. Right off the boards. That's the beauty of having a right-handed shot right there as well. On the boards there, we can just flip it out to center ice. Knocked down by Ming, but back to Pavelski. Jump on that puck. We've been good at jumping on pucks against this Blues team. Got to do it short-handed now. LeBlanc on Ratty. Oh, Ratty crosses us up on the entry, and then they miss the pass. I got this. I got it, Ming. Oh, blocked away. I don't like the way we're playing D against the Blues. Back to the point, blocked down. I guess Price got a save on that. There was just confusion about which Canadiens player is supposed to go where. We'll send it down the rink. There is a player missing a stick. I think it was a Blues player that lost the twig on the ice. Either way, everyone's got a stick now. LeBlanc, he's got a stick to send it down the rink. It'll go to Halak. And Halak makes almost the most dastardly of mistakes. We got our hands full with this opponent because we got to play them for a guaranteed 4 games. And that'll be cleanly sent back the other way. That should be it for the PK. No power play goal happening for St. Louis unless they can really transition this up ice. In the next few seconds, they do. They get it to Jaskin. We've seen how dangerous his shot is. Behind the net for Berglund, and I should be able to float that out the center ice. Turn around Marchand. He knocks it down with the cheeks. Marchand, I just want to rim it, and we will get the rim play that we wanted. We can pressure Shattenkirk, force separation from the puck. Got to keep that effort up on those boards. Berglund played free of the puck. Played free of the puck again by Hjalmarsson, who's having a good game. Not just having the penalty shot goal, but he's just had chances galore in this one. Poke back to Eller. Eller between 2 defenders. He actually escaped that pretty nicely, but that'll be a dump in for Ryan Murphy. We got to put pressure on forecheck. Get the puck back. Turn around. Hjalmarsson. Whoa! Floated over the net by Lars Eller. There's not an injury? What the hell's going on the ice? Oh, that was a really weird possession. I thought play had stopped for a second. I thought there was an injury. I don't know why. Just the way the camera moved and the way play looked as the puck got to the point, it just kind of looked weird. This game has been weird. This has been a very strange game. And no one can seem to get a hold on it in this second period. The Blues have the ice tilt a little bit in their favor here in this period. I got to send that down low. That's actually perfect. Okay, it worked out for Monahan. Go. Holberg. Okay, well... Or that's not Colberg, that's Holland. I got to get my players right. Back to the point. Yep, Murphy, walk in the middle, avoids the stick lift. Scores! I believe 5-hole for Ryan Murphy, the free agent signing in the offseason. I'm really muffing it up on the commentary front. I almost said the Blues free agent signing. The Canadiens free agent signing. I got the wrong team on my mind. But a replay of how this went in. It was definitely low to the ice. 5-hole. My assumption is that Halak did not see that puck as it traveled in on him. So we regained the lead. We got it from a defenseman. Murphy's probably been and see, we come right down the other way immediately following that goal. And the next shift, it's a tie game. Price makes me really nervous. Everything makes me nervous. The defense, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go high pressure. Nothing I have tried to do has worked. Jaskin scores again. Bang, bang play for Price. That's not on the goalie. I don't even know if this is on anyone. Deflection, save, rebound. It's just on the defense. We got to tie up the deflection opportunity in the first place. Give Price a chance to see a clean shot, make a save. And you got to get there on the rebound. Wait a minute. Does Jaskin have all 3 goals? I was trying to listen to the PA guy. I think Jaskin has a hat trick. Oh my God, we almost set that up to patch ready. This game doesn't make any sense right now. I was going so silent for that play with Marchand because I knew I could set something up if I stayed with it. This game just doesn't make any sense right now. Price has been the busiest of all bees in the goal crease. We got Carey Price chance. They're chanting Carey in the Bell Center. They should be chanting Carey in the Bell Center. This guy needs a statue outside the Bell Center when his career's done. Blocked down. Ming, find it. Oh my God. What the heck? Do we want to give Jaskin another goal? Stop. And Jaskin's gonna piss. I'm gonna fight Jaskin. Get him out of here. Oh my God. Jaskin's gonna freaking piss me off. He's got like 20 shots on goal. Price. I'm trying. This Blues team is so hard to play now. They had a really poor start to the game. They have turned it on. They have fired up the turbo boosters in this one. LeBlanc, not a good turnover. But, you know, the problem is LeBlanc's just one man in on the zone on that play. So he's got to try to buy time for himself and make something happen. Eller, nice cutback, D to D, swing, up to Jalmerson, now Kamaya. Drop pass. That was supposed to be a drop pass, not a deke. Oh, this game is really starting to get under my skin now, because I can't make anything go right for my team. Subban, walk in middle, the Subanator. Shot wide of the net, couldn't create anything. We're not going to score on Halak if we don't at least test the goaltender. Eller. Kick it down low. You got help from Jalmerson. That's a penalty. Is it a major? It's a minor, but I'll take it. The game is really heated up now. This game has the fullest temperature you can turn the dial to. That's where this game is now. This game is being played on the surface of the sun. I don't know how that would be. That wouldn't be possible because there wouldn't be any ice, and you couldn't play hockey on the surface of the sun. We're in the future. We have this new ice technology. We can play on the surface of the sun. We also have new technology to protect the players so that they don't burn to a crisp on the surface. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. This game has really lost the plot. Petrangelo out of play off a Habs player. This game has fully lost the plot for me. It's just game one of the Stanley Cup Final. We were going to get a replay of something. Of course, we have a neutral zone face-off. You know, this might be nice for us if we can get possession, but we won't because Bouwmeester will clear. We need to change the power play. I'm starting to really hate the umbrella setup, but I'm going to stick with it for one more try. One last go. Murphy. Well, that was intended for Murphy. Back to Murphy this time. There it is. Eller, but fended off by Halak. Played glove-to-stick attempt by Sukai Ming, but cleared pretty handily by Pavelski. Price just leave it. Eller's coming back to retrieve. Eller's going to have more speed than the wing that was ready for the breakout. Kamaya, punch it. That was some really creative moves. We had to break out some if we want to get this power play to be successful. Pavelski blocked and cleared. That is it. I'm going to go to overload power play, just setting it there for the next one we get. We may not get another power play in this game. We will. Delayed call on the Blues. It's a charge or an elbow. It's a charge. It is David Backes. I remember how annoying, what a pissant guy this was in the Calgary Flames GM mode to play against. And he's doing it again to my team here. Lars Eller was a part of that Flames team as well. And Lars Eller was taken to task by Backes. So we're back on the power play. Now we're going to try the overload. Just shoot it, Kamurnis. You got a clean shooting lane, but an easy save for Halak. If they're going to pepper Carey Price with pucks, I got to pepper their goaltender with pucks. It's only fair. It's only right. And we're going to turn up the offensive pressure. We got to get to it. Win the Subban and shoot. Yep. Saved by Halak. In front, I was looking for Duchesne, cleared by Patrick Sharp. We didn't even play the puck. No, not at the end of the period. No, just get it up there. Get the horn. Get the horn. Get into the third period. We're tied. I got to clean up the commentary. I got to clean up the gameplay. I got to clean up the defense. We got to get some offense. We got to get some defense. We just need everything. We need a sprinkle of everything in this third period. It's going to take some magic stuff to get through this game against the St. Louis Blues. We could be looking at overtime on the horizon. It is definitely a realistic possibility. Wait a minute. I gotta pause the game before the face-off. Did I see that correctly? Do my eyes deceive me going into this period? We really only have 11 on goal. How is that a real number? And we're barely outpossessing the AI. This is crazy. So yeah, my eyes didn't deceive me. We really legitimately have 11 shots on goal. Now, I've taken some shots, but a lot of them have missed the net, and I've been very patient, especially with the power play, but I feel that I've been too patient. It's time to crank it up. It's time to just crank it up. How do we miss that pass? How do we not have a teammate up there? How are we not, like, oh, this is the problem with playing the Blues. I mean, it's a miracle we got 3 goals in this game. This is just a shoot off the rush scenario because we hit the freaking crossbar. That won't count as a shot on goal, by the way. Across to Murnis and fanned on it. Oh my God. This team is something else. This is, what are you doing with the freaking rebound control, Carey Price? Do not be a trampoline out there. Yeah, I'm doing too much. I'm overthinking it. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? I want a piece. You know what? Pacioretty wants a piece. I don't know what's going on. This game is so nuts, so bonkers right now. Game 1 Stanley Cup Final. I got to start dodging punches because Bouwmeester is going to beat Pacioretty into a pulp. And it's so over. It's so over, Max. Hold on. Oh. I couldn't even time a single dodge in that fight. This is the problem with the AI fighting on this difficulty. They are just so good, and I suck. I flat out suck. But, I mean, we didn't mean to run into the goaltender, but I will oblige. I will take that fight. It's kind of Duchesne's fault, and then Pacioretty had to stand in. So we're still on the power play, but the power play has done jack diddly squat in this game. The power play needs to wake up juice more than I do. Well, I'm the one in control and command of the power play, and it's not going to score here. Puck is, of course, bouncing as I go to retrieve it. There's going to be a goal coming. No one's covering the guy in front, and of course it's Joe Pavelski. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm starting to get irritated with the way we're playing defense and the way we're playing this game. I'm getting really irritated, and it's a tie game. But, I mean, this is really just getting ridiculous. Take a whistle. We're crying out loud, take a whistle. I've changed the defensive approach to this game so many times, and it doesn't matter what I do. Because everything I've done has not cleaned any of the defensive approach to this game up at all. The AI are just running around like morons on the ice. Every time I try to play in the D zone with my team. Fortunate bounce, Kohlberg. Go with, okay, I'm just dropping it to Holland. Just shoot, just get a shot on goal. My God. I mean, just get one on goal. Just get one. We don't even get to that puck. All right, stay up high on the boards. Get on the boards because I'm going to slap this around for you, Kohlberg. Of course, Schwartz is the first man to get to it. We're getting, I feel like the ice is just tilted, and we're just getting so outplayed right now in this game. Nice hit on Ratty. Up to Holland. He's going to receive it. This is a punch deep to the interior. Poke checked off of Pollock. That'll be a whistle. So I can feel that. I can feel that the AI, they're not dicking around anymore, man. And I'm too busy dicking around. I mean, everything I've done, offensively speaking, on the zone entries has just been goofball, titty nonsense. We got to get... That was a wonderful hit. I could see that hit a million times on Ratty. Almost a penalty if we're not careful. The game really has a... I don't know how to describe it. It's a very small window in terms of what is a clean hit and what's a dirty hit when you get a player that close to hitting them from behind. Just barely made the save there on that blocker side chance. Back up top, Subban, and we're just going to start rifling it. And that's why you do that. We get a deflection on Halak. Now the temperature is turned up for the offense for the Montreal Canadiens in this period. And also after the whistle. Things are getting spicy delicious. After the whistle and in the offensive zone. We just got to keep, if that's what we got to keep doing, you got PK Subban, he's got a bomb, send it back there and just feed him. Let him eat. He might be eating some goals tonight. He may have some goals for dinner tonight. PK Subban by the time the game's over. Ryan Murphy can score in this game. Why can't PK Subban? Tamernis. That's going to hurt. It's a painful block. I don't like what we have, so I'm just going to chip it back down low. There you go. Hjalmarsson. Having a good little game here. Nice fake. A subtle move by Hjalmarsson, but no one was available to pass to. No one on the back door. The puck's right there. Why did Dumoulin just not pay? He skated around the puck, but he didn't know where it was. It was underneath him the whole time. I'm going to... Now you know where it is. That was almost a slash. That's a penalty. Ugh. I'm fighting it right now. I'm wrestling with the game right now. And I've had my coffee and it's kicked in, and now not only am I energized, my brain's thinking a little bit better, but now I'm getting angry. I'm getting enraged with the game. Tough play there for Hjalmarsson at center ice. Duchesne does not win the face-off. This is what we cannot do, Subban. I just flip it. Yep. Maybe it goes on net. Oh, What happened? What was that by Marchand? He poke checked it and he ran over the Blues player who didn't have the puck, and I guess we got away with a penalty? I don't think there's a delayed call on the ice. No, there isn't. D to D, that's dangerous. I know this is dangerous, but we're going for it. Up and over. Almost did it. I got nudged by the defender. My heart is in my throat. My heart rate's up. Knocked down by Severson. Nice pirouette move. Banked out the center. I'll take it. No, oh, that's offside. I thought it was a penalty. There's a little notification there that popped up on the right-hand side. Sometimes you get one for a penalty. Woo! On net by Subban. Halak is just like, I don't want to make a mistake. He didn't want to play it. He didn't want to make the mistake with the puck there. Shot by Pietrangelo, whistle, melted down. Get out of Carey Price's crease, you son of a tit. Oh, I have full-on pissed. I thought that was Pavelski. Very respectable man in the game of hockey, Joe Pavelski. But I don't like you right now. I don't like any of you, especially Dimitri. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a hat trick. I didn't double check that, but we're going to see. So this is goal number 1 for Dimitri Yaskin. Let's count him. Goal number 2, right? Off the power play, face-off win. And then he has a hat trick in this game. A natural hattie for Yaskin in this game. He's been right place, right time all evening. I have the biggest smile on my face because we actually got to hear the full, we got to hear that remix of Eye of the Tiger. Oh, nice snapshot by Su Kai Ming. I believe that's the first shot on goal he has in this game. Look how tired my penalty killers are. They're exhausted. So the face-off win is necessary here from Ming. He didn't get it. We've been struggling in the dot on the special teams. That's got to get cleaned up as well. Player switching again is pretty bad right now. Price. No, cover it! What the frick? I pressed the button to cover the puck. Oh, man. I had that moment where, now cover. Now you cover. Thank God. I had that moment where Dumoulin didn't pick the puck up and it was in his feet. I had a moment there with Carey Price where I pressed the button to cover it and he refused. He's a rebel out here. He straight up in defiance is not going to cover the puck, except for that one situation where he did cover the puck, which has led to this face-off. Gonna freaking piss me off, Carey Price. No Conn Smythe for you. Oh, God, barely got that puck to Holland. Another dangle. Holberg, pick it up and shoot it. Well, if you're not going to get down there, I'm going to pinch with the defense. Knocked down by Monahan on the forecheck. There's no one to go to a one-timer. Rister walked to the corner. Inside positioning. Kamayev. Stick lifted by Backus. We're trying to go back at it. Forecheck is keeping it up. Good pressure. I mean, we're only halfway through the third period. This has been a longer period than the first 2 periods were. I think then the first 2 periods were combined. This one period has taken forever to play through. We've had a lot going on in this third period. That's a dangerous pass. Yep, that was a lazy play. Perron, muffled save by Price. Subban, get off of me. I'm just aerial flip. Everyone was changing as well. Nice play there. Eller, CPU-controlled Eller. He's letting the rage out. The rage machine, and it is the rage machine indeed for Brad Marchand. Eller handled in front of Halak. This is a good game. This is by far a really good game to open the final. I'm on this. D. Severson, hard pass, knocked down by Perron. You were changing, Perron. But then my players change and they ignore the puck entirely and go off on their line change on their diddly little way anyway. Up to Brad Marchand. This is an up and over deke. Oh my God, what a slide move by Marchand. Couldn't score the goal. And he's had some highlight reel ones. He had that 360 goal in the Stanley Cup final against the Predators a season ago. I forgot what game. It was on the road. I think it was on the road. Or was it at home? No, maybe that goal was scored at home. I can't remember. Hard to remember. It was a whole season ago. It was a Stanley Cup final ago. It's just game one, but man, I'll tell you, game one of the Stanley Cup final, most important game one you can win in your entire lifetime. You want to claim that first win in the series. I'm just melting it down every chance I get. Blues can't have any more sustained pressure, and I mean, this is how the rest, excuse my burp, this is how the rest of the game is going to go. Price is going to see a lot of shots, whether this goes into extra time or not. He's going to just see a lot of pucks, and he's got to be on the spot. That was a big block. Holland, we need to be the first man to these pucks. We have got to start winning some 50-50 battles for loose pucks. We got to get in the shot lane. Price fends it off only just. Yaskin, most dangerous. You got a shadow Yaskin all over the ice. Deflected by Colberg. We're under duress here. Of course you get it. Big save by Price. Get it, Holland. Played to center. Colberg finds it. He went between the legs. That was slippery. If only we had done anything with that after the deke. I did a random combination of buttons and it led to a between the legs deke by Colberg, a fourth liner. I've never seen Matt Duchene do that in the GM mode. I haven't seen Su Kai Ming do that move. They were so close to getting the game. They pull ahead goal here. Maybe a potential game winner had they scored that. Every D zone possession has me screaming for my life. I don't know where to... See, the thing is we win the face-off and then no one's doing anything to become an option, so I don't even know where to go with it. This is a dump in. Yep, dump in. Cross corner, Duchene. Right idea. That's why I hate the freaking puck physics in this game, and Duchene could be a major. That could be... Cover it, touch it. Thank God it's not a major. I was holding my breath on that one. So if you want to know what my thought... I can't stop laughing thinking about this. It's hilarious, man. But if you want to know what my thought process, what was I thinking, is I dumped it in. I wasn't expecting the puck to bounce so aggressively. I don't know why I can't stop laughing at that play. That was just such a boneheaded play. But I was expecting the player to retrieve it, and then I could just go in and body check him. But Duchene thought this was the WWE. Anything goes, man, in the corner. I don't care, puck bouncing or not. You played the puck or not, I'm going to hit you. You exist in this time and space, I'm going to hit you. Backdoor, the big save on Pietrangelo. Go, Ming. Speed. Go with speed, go with speed, go with speed. Whoop. Okay, I'll take that because we at least hold on to it. We avoid the body check. Ming. I'm a little crossed up with this. This is, I don't know. My hands are shaking right now. I'm so nervous for this gameplay. This first game means everything against St. Louis. If you have a chance, that was a nice handle under pressure. We just got to just send the puck. Go LeBlanc. LeBlanc's a little gas, but, you know, we're facing these old legs, and that is a penalty as well. That's why you go for it shorthanded. That's why you send it to LeBlanc, let him do his thing, and he draws a penalty. They know that they can't afford it. 22 on 22 action, and the worst 22 comes out with a penalty in that battle. Shattenkirk to the box. And it doesn't. He wasn't ejected from the game, so it's a minor. So they're letting these hits from behind go. But the Blues see it as an eye for an eye. Subban just really gonna miss that. Really gonna miss that one-timer. Bank pass, perfect. The patch ready. We let Monahan handle. We're on a power play here. I'm gonna let Monahan do his thing. Nudged a little bit at the end of the deke. What the hell was that puck retrieval? And now Shattenkirk goes at him. This final is getting out of hand. Swinging it across for Weston. Okay, we're onside now. I was waiting to see if we were going to get players onside. Back to the point, but no one's there. Kind of anticipated someone would be there. I mean, we're at the stages with this power play that if we score on this, we are going to win the game. I'm going to let... Oh, that's LeBlanc. He drew the penalty. Skate the stick move. Just lost the handle. Too many dekes off the zone entry tonight. I'm well aware. I'm just trying to get some space. We don't got anything going on the power play. Okay, so this time I'm going to just do a gentle saucer behind. That buys some time and space. Now everyone get collected on this power play. Okay, Murphy. You just got to shoot, Murphy. Oh, patch ready. And stick lifted. No. Okay, well, yeah, drop it to yourself. That's fine. Back up top, to the point. Murphy's waiting. Shimmy shake move by Murphy. Shot from a weird angle. Had save. Wrister. Nope, couldn't get the wrister. LeBlanc. You got to do the deke because you had to avoid the body check. Bowmeister to Sharp. Left behind for Backus. Hakanpää. He'll finally clear. That's the end of the power play. This game looks like it is surely going to overtime. Up and over deke, if ever there was a time. Whoa, what a chance for Stromwall. Big save by Hakanpää, by Halak. Wrong name, right player on the, or right team. Uh-oh, not Yaskin. No. Get to OT. Just get to OT. Oh my God. Game one. Would see overtime. I hate this Blues team already. I'm playing game one. Okay, that was definitely worthy of a fight. That was a slew foot. I didn't realize. I am a little bundle of energy right now, but we've gotten our game together. We got more shots on net. Look at all the fans. They're so nervous. They're just ridden with nervous anxiety. I'm ridden with nervous anxiety as well entering this overtime period. It is all to play for it. We're even on the ice, even terms on the ice. No penalties to begin this overtime period. Patch ready. I hate that the forward kind of comes back. What a move by Subban. And we're out. Duchesne. Got to do something special and magical to get this breakout going and get the play into the attacking zone. Patch ready. The backdoor feed. Poor Marchand knocked down cleanly by Pietrangelo. Will reset at center ice. D, but oh god, Severson wasn't paying attention, and I should have known. Jaskin looking for that 4th goal of the game. No. I'm on you, Jaskin, like white on rice, son. And now, okay, now we can do a deke. Go get it. Get the puck, man. Puck pickups have been garbage in this game. I'm pinching with Subban, really aggressive. God, they're passing so quickly. This Blues team is on it. They're dialed in for this game. They have been locked in. Jaden Schwartz, poke check, Stromwall for Subban. Bank pass up to LeBlanc, send it in. I gotta play like it's real hockey now. I gotta actually dump that puck in. We had nothing. Up top, just shoot it. Yep, can't have a turnover there. Knock down off the elbow. LeBlanc, send it to the corner. Grind a cycle. Work with me, please. Come with me now. Stromwall shooting, floater in on Halak. This gameplay is so fast-paced. I mean, I don't have time to set a play up. I legitimately don't. Now, I noticed this when I watched the gameplay back to see if the speed translates to the recording of the video. It doesn't really translate as well, but I guess it's just because I'm in the heat of the moment playing the game. I don't know what's going to happen next. So, but the speed is just so, this Blues team is so good and so quick. It's almost overwhelming how good this Blues team is. This is oh, what the hell was that? This Blues team is almost overwhelming to play right now. They have turned it on. They've turned up the dial on this one. I hit the crossbar with a shot, and it's behind. Steen fended off again by Carey Price. Player of the game, even if we lose. Carey Price having a hell of a game. Saucer pass finds Halaki. Almost played it into the net. What an ending that would have been. And now it is skated away by Hakanpää. This gameplay is intense. This is insane. Blocked to the corner. Murphy, my God, someone poke checked off of Murphy. Yeah, no one's, oh my God, and we miss it again. Hakanpää, or not Hakanpää, I keep saying Hakanpää. Halak is at delay of game, it's in the bench. I'm so nervous for this game. It's just one mistake away from losing it. Shot by Steen. Saved by Price. He's probably seen 50 shots in the game at this point. I'm pretty convinced that Carey Price has seen 50 shots. Duchesne wins it back to Murda. Shot saved by Halak and not Hakanpää. I want to say Hakanpää so bad. That is the defenseman for the Blues. Deep breaths, everybody. I'm almost out of. I'm out of cough. I've had my last cough. So I can't. That's not going to get me through this overtime period. Duchesne wins at the Subban shooting. Oh man, there was a player jumping out of the way. That would be very wise to do indeed. This might be the best overtime period that we've had in the GM mode so far. That's going to be Pavelski at center. He'll dump it in. He will. And there was no play to be made there with that puck. It's bouncing. This is for Severson. Saucer pass at center. Finds Patch ready. We've got back to that connection. Little Duchesne. But a penalty drawn. That was intended for Marchand. Duchesne stole it from his teammate. Fake shot by Severson. Subban turnover. There's the touch for the power play. So we're going to go back to the power play. We're going to stick with the overload that I changed to. This is Bouwmeester for, was it a charge? Yeah, he came from a long freaking way to make that hit. We have to win this. Sukai Ming, I don't know what your face-off percentage in this game is. The power play has been absolutely awful. Dog water for a power play. There it is. Well, I saw Ming. I was trying to get it to him, but knocked down by the Blues. We had to try. Look for that one-timer. The game is in our possession right now. We have this with the man advantage. Stromwall. Malte Stromwall, the free agent. Isn't he a free agent signing? Back down low for Stromwall. It's going to kick off the skate. A Blues player. Now we can reset up top. Subban on the half wall. Ming. Pump fake. looking for the options. Down low. Kamaya in front bumper position, looking for Strommel, and we couldn't get it there. Back is cleared. Good patience there, and the overload looks good because there is kind of a semi-bumper position that I can hit on that low to high feed. I tried to do it. Kamaya offside. I did that move too early. I should have made sure that I got the puck over the blue line before I did that spin. So if we win this with Duchesne, we got to hold on to possession. Possession means everything. We did win it, so we got to hold on to possession. We got it. We're right at the blue line anyway. Soft saucer pass into the corner area for Patch ready. Now bank pass up top. Eller swing to Murphy. Keep it on side. Over to the other defenseman, or Eller playing at the point. He's technically playing the point. Duchesne, but his teammate blocked it. LeBlanc getting in the way. Poor communication here. Down low. Max Patch ready. Freaking numbskull idiot. Oh my... I'm going to be a mental case by the time this game is completed. Why in the... I just tried to put it in the corner, and his AI just is like, well, I'm just going to skate right here where Halak is. And there goes the power play that we had. Wait a minute. Diamond PK. Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to change. That's not what I meant to change. Oh, because we're 4-on-4. I'm an idiot. We're at 4-on-4. We're not on the PK yet. Now we are. Okay, so we have to clear this. We're on the PK. Clear it. I was going to go Diamond PK, and I'll have to wait until I have a... Here, I'm going to change it now. Diamond PK. No way that's onside. There's no freaking way. Bowmeister, defended by Subban, and cleared. Oh, man, every decision matters so much in a game like this at this stage of things. I'm not forechecking. I'm just hanging back right here. I'm right here in the neutral zone. Knock down Monahan. That's why. Just dump it in. Oh, come on. Not Yaskin. Oh, not Yaskin. Not... Oh, my God. He's so slow. Shot. Just take the shot. And it's... Oh, it rolled around in the blue paint for Halak. Not Hakanpah. This game has me so nervous that I can't think of the correct name. Strommel. Did we get it to Duchesne? I'm going to let Duchesne do his thing. Is his thing good enough? Oh my God, his thing was almost good enough. That's an interesting sentence, an interesting way to put it. Sent in Duchesne. Someone on the boards? No one's on the boards, but we're going to be... Oh my God. I almost gave Pacioretty a perfectly timed breakaway out of the box. He was just in the touch too early. Easily the best Stanley Cup final game I've ever done on the channel, and it's just overtime of game one. And we didn't win that face. We didn't win that face-off. Ming, I didn't have a teammate on the board, so I didn't make that pass as soon as I wanted to. I'm gonna go in the middle now. Punch it wide. That's behind you, Ming. Up top. Thanks, Strommel. Thank you. Dumoulin was an option, but you know you could just be standing there, not moving your feet, and getting in the way, interrupting my thought process. Dumped in cross corner. Dumoulin, be ready for it on the bounce. He was. He played it. Hand to stick. It's off the back of the cage. Okay, slow it down. You can't slow it down that much. Well, blank. Skate, because it's going to be an icing. We can win the race. What? This is the issue with touch icing. I thought we were certainly going to touch that. So now we have a D-zone face-off, and this will be the one you can feel it. I'm not going to predict anything, but you can feel it. This will be the one that the Blues score on. We got to win this face-off. Duchesne taking it? No, Ming. I hate that it's Sukai Ming. Yeah, and he lost it for sure. There's a big rebound. That's the problem. I don't know what it is with Sukai Ming. His face-off rating isn't terrible from what I remember. But he's been awful in the dot in this game, it feels like. He just has not won a face-off in this game at all. Especially these crucial D-zone ones. I figured that would be a dump-in. Now it's a dump-in on the goal, which creates an interesting rebound. Out from low to high. Berglund is going to the point guy. You know it is. There it is. Swung across to the defenseman. Did we interrupt that? Pollock handles. He's going to be forechecked here by LeBlanc. We got to go all the way in. Oh my God, I was on that. Forecheckers need to spread out just a little bit more. We could get on these pucks. Schwartz, it's in. Now I can slow the game down for a split second here with Dumoulin. LeBlanc on the board. Oh my God, and that's a tough one. Weak side. There it is. Strommel behind him. Strommel's gassed. He's not skating fast at all. I don't know if it's coming through. Backdoor Mink. It was there. I don't know if he found it. Obviously, he didn't find it. He didn't get the shot away. Knocked down by Stromwall. Watch those sticks. At center zone, 4 minutes to go in OT1. Is this going to end up being the most competitive cup final of the whole GMO? This is going to be amazing. Dumoulin, oh, what a rejection by Dumoulin. Perfectly timed poke check. That was a user poke check. Dump in. Stromwall, you're gassed. You got to get off there. Everyone's gassed for my team. Is everyone gassed for their team? Yaskin looking for the 4th goal tonight. He's going to be stood up inside the blue line. Everyone on my team is slow. Like, it's exaggerated how slow they are. LeBlanc, I'm pushing full down on the stick. He's gassed. Floater into Halak. 2:38 to go. But that's why. Look at how tired everybody. Look at that. Why weren't we changing? No wonder they were so slow. They were literally no energy. These guys are just out there running around on vibes right now. And I don't know if it's good vibes. Crucial face-off win. One-timer. Big block again by the Blues. We got to send it down low. Just got to wrap it in there and just hope we can go forecheck. Win these battles on the board. We're all over Lack, so keep the pressure on. McRae, 4th line center. For the Blues. Patch ready. I don't like what I have. Whoa, that was really not... Okay, yeah, we'll take it because we still have possession. Down low, Marchand. Bump off that. Marchand. Towie. Inside. Shooting, but wide in the net. Patch ready. He's got it. I'm kicking it. My defenseman, Severson, you got to come down there and pinch. This is great pressure. This is still great pressure. Oh, I couldn't poke it off of Perron. We are running around on vibes. Onside play for McRae, but he might be gassed as well. Who's taking it? Kamayev. Oh, Kamayev, you're a vibe, baby. That was almost a goal. Backus has the entry. He's going to chip it in. I'm sending it back up those weak side boards where it came from. Backus. Hockenpot. Shooting. Rebound covered by Price. I can't believe that we have played almost a full OT period and nothing has been decided amongst these two teams. Faceoffs are almost 50-50 split between these two. Saucer pass off the boards. That was a bad play. That was a really dumb decision. Poke check by Holland. He got nudged. Float in on Price. Another rebound. Pietrangelo. Just get the damn puck back. It's behind Price. We'll melt it down. We'll do it again. Next time, get the puck and get it out. Oh, man, I'm losing my cool now. My temper's going to be flying off the rails. Save your energy. Jens Weston, everybody. Save your energy. That'll be 3rd line. Lars Eller taking the face-off. He will be opposed by Patrick Berglund. Is that the 2nd line? Yeah. I think the Ratties out there, they're looking for... I know what they're looking for. They want to win it. They didn't win it. They had a shot. A right-handed shot right up behind the center. Eller, take it. There's one move. Go down low. Kamayev. The net is jarred free. 30 seconds to go in OT. Wow, we just can't decide anything in this game. I've been going for well more than an hour now, trying to get this gameplay done. This is going to be this is going to be such a long episode. If we win it, we dump it in. We did. We won it. I just got to find the dump in. There it is. Give me a forward so we can forecheck. Puck really bouncing high. Oh, Eller, interrupt that process. Pressure on Sharp. I'm gonna forecheck here. Jump on that Kamayev. Good stick. Yep. Oh my God! There it is. Game winner. 10 seconds to go. Lars Eller. And game 1 will go to the Canadiens. We were doing a little tic-tac-toe passing there. There was a give-and-go setup. Look at this. Back to Jomerson. It finds Eller's stick blade in the right place at the right time. Game 1 to the Canadiens. Unreal finish. It almost took the full OT period and then a little bit extra to decide this game. That close to going to OT number 2. The Blues, what a calamitous play that was between Halak and Duchesne. With a little bit of a slew. We were going after Halak in this game, it appears. Another look at the game-winning goal from behind the net. Blues down in the series after 1. How in the world? Okay, I know the hat trick, but how in the world is Price not the first star of the game with seeing almost 60 shots faced? Wait a minute. How many? He has shots against 58. He had 55 saves in this game, facing 58 shots.